artists. This is for level 3 for our value assignment, and this is part 2. So level 3, part 2. And this is kind of how we're going to use value to make form on things. And this one is the ballpoint pen. So what I have shown other students and is using our 5-step five-step value scale. Plus white. And that the white is the white of the paper. And I know this isn't super white, but the final paper that we do your project on will be nice and white. So, when we're doing this with shapes, that helps us create form. So we're adding form to the value. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. We could cheat a little bit and add another shape on there. There, we have 6. So again, I'm going to go darkest dark, medium, medium light, and then this would be remain the color of the paper. And we have a nice edge, that line, to help us, or to define that where that space starts and stops. So it doesn't matter whether you do hatching or cross hatching. Either one is equally good, but I tend to like cross hatching. I think it looks a little better. That's my personal preference. If you have another personal preference, then you can do, if you tried both and like just plain hatching better, that's fine, use that. So we're gonna fill that in. Make our darkest dark, and then we'll do as we did before with just the, then this is kind of the same as the box. Now that I stop and think about it for a second. So you can put your values in a different way if you would like to. Make them go a different direction. That's certainly appropriate, but this one might be a good one to kind of warm up on. It would be like your other one. And I have a suggestion for kicking it up a notch. My medium light value. With this, I'm not pressing as hard with the pen. You might be able to tell that. But make sure, even though it's a lighter value, that you're doing cross hatching. And I'm also making my lines wider apart, which helps with the cross hatching effect. And then my lightest light. I probably could do a lighter one than that, but we'll stop there. But I have my 5 distinct values. Is there, just like with the graphite, if you're pressing firmly with the pen and you press very lightly, there is a difference. So that, pressing less pressure also helps. Actually, there are a couple of ways we can do the sphere. It just hit me. we can do kind of like pumpkin-y sections. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. You can do that way, or you can kind of do circles like a target. Like on this one though, I would put my white at the middle. And this, we'll see how this goes. This was with my new idea here. Sometimes ideas creep up on me. And turn your paper to go different directions. That makes it most comfortable. So since I started with white, this is going to be my lightest light. And then my next one will be my medium light. And if you start with the light and go darker, you gotta be careful. And then my next one is going to be darker. So I'm putting my initial hatching lines closer together, because that's going to start out making it darker. And it's easier going this way for me, so I'm going to turn my paper around. That's one way. If I finished this one, it would be darkest dark, medium dark, medium light, light, and then white in there. Don't label when you're doing this with pen, because that W is going to be in the middle of that white space and there's no covering it up. So this one similarly could be done like radiating from a corner. Dark, dark, medium, dark, medium, medium, light, light, and white. Another option, which would be very cool, is to whatever shape you want. It doesn't have to be a rectangle. White, light, oops, and light there. Medium light, medium, medium dark, and then dark dark. And the same thing over here. There. This one can be done dark to dark, or light to dark to light. So either way, and it can also be done on any other shape. So don't be afraid to experiment, stretch and explore. So pick a couple of these to do. practice them at least once. Try them again if you decide to use pen for, or practice more with pen. So that's all for that one. And again, upload this to level 3 part 2 after you photograph and put your name on. Don't forget name and period on that paper, and then photograph and turn it in.